Hi, welcome to Gary's Hobby Studio. In this video, I'm going to be going over the Wolfenstein Kickstarter. I came in, I want to say, a few weeks ago. Just didn't get around to doing it yet because I've had all kinds of other things. You know, sad thing is it's this thing called real life. And with that out of the way, I also want to say, if you like what I do, please like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, select all so that you'll get notified when I release new videos. And if there's anything that you want to at least see if I can do, depending, leave a comment in the description below. I also have a subscribe star. The link is also below, so that way it can help with purchasing new equipment to help make everything better. And with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get started. So basically, I don't know why I moved the microphone. I got the Kickstarter, and I should have had this already. He's gonna have to just go all into the box. All right. Now, I already opened this up just because I wanted to make sure that nothing was broke or anything of the kind. And I will say one thing, I did something really stupid. I ordered I ordered the figures, like extra figures, that were unassembled, but I paid for the assembled pledge. I don't know why I did that. But you will see when I do the video that there is a reason why I did. And so let me switch over the top view. Let me move that back. So here's the box right here. As you can see, it looks beautiful. It's based off of the video game, if anybody doesn't know. Used to be id Software. Now it's owned by Bethesda. And Archon Studios is the one that did the Kickstarter for it. So inside of this, we have a whole bunch of stuff. The old blood assembly manual, model assembly manual for the All-Stars, and model assembly for the board game itself. I'll try to make sure I try to keep it so that the light's not reflecting. Set these here. And here is a picture of, I guess, of the tray mappings. I don't know if I got them all. But anyway. I want to say that oh, here's the base game tray mapping more and the All-Stars. So it's basically on the back side of these, if you get them. I think somebody scanned them and posted them online. If I can find the link to it, I'll post it in the comments so that if you didn't get these, you can like download download the picture that somebody scanned. But here's the board game rule book. Tells you how many of each thing that you should get. And zoom in a little bit. So it shows you the components. You get the dashboards, the dice, enemy cards, event cards, map tiles, all kinds of different tokens, card types, goes over them a little bit. Hero cards, enemy cards, weapon cards. Like hero cards are the Allied champions come to defeat the Nazi threat. They are manipulated by players and are represented by a corresponding model and card. These heroes move around the board, completing events and killing enemies with the end goal of completing the current mission and progressing to the next. Each mission is a separate game, so any heroes killed during a campaign are available for the next game. Heroes do not retain equipment, weapons, ammo, or glory points between missions. Kind of like if you've played Star Wars Imperial Assault, maybe, oh, I can't think of that game because it just came out with a new one, Fantasy Flight. But it's kind of like those type of games where nothing carries over into the next mission. You start over from scratch again. So that's pretty much that. And I'll flip over one more. Like, talks about equipment, chest cards, and item types. So that's the board game book. And then this is the actual mission book, which it talks about different types of things and stuff like that. Like each mission in this book, with the intro story followed by the goals you must reach in order to win. The alarm section details what actions to take when the hazard tracker reaches the limit. The hazard tracker and round limits are detailed under the opening text. You know, and it tells you about the different, like, you know, building the map, models, alarm, enemy list, and, you know, it shows, like, what enemies you need, like Panzerhound, Officer, and that's what happens with, like, all the different scenarios in this. Again, if you've played Imperial Assault or Descent, that's it. I couldn't remember the name, it was Descent. So here's the tokens and the player boards and all the cardboard. I have not punched these out yet, just because I don't know when I'm going to get to it, and I'm better off not. This way, less likely I will lose it. Kind of like I did for the Ascension one that I did. Now, here's where, let me zoom out. This is where you can see it. Sorry that the light glare. But here's where all the plastic is retained. Here's the cards right over here in these boxes here. And like I said, I've already popped these out just to make sure that everything's fine, nothing's broke, or anything of the kind, because if so, I would definitely have to get in touch with them. But as you can see, the player board's right here. I want to say there's plastic pieces stuck in here. Yep. Okay, and with this player board, you have room for, like, your... Let me turn around like you're actually going to play it. Okay, here's where your player board for your character sits. These are probably for, like, some kind of smaller cards, which are probably these little ones here, and then the bigger box one here is what these ones are for. I'm not sure what this is, and this is, like, for your weapons. Like, I'm going to say that's bullets, that's for rifles, and I want to say that's for rockets. Not exactly sure, because like I said, I really haven't deep dived into this yet or anything like that. So, not sure what any of this stuff does. I know this is like your health, this row here, and this is for your, probably like your body armor type stuff, because it has a shield icon right there. More than likely, probably going to paint these up in some way. Not exactly sure what yet, but definitely going to look into that, because I'm going to do the same thing for my wife's Zombicide ones. And here's the tokens here. Like, let me pull out a couple of these real quick. And I got 2 hearts. I didn't want 2 hearts. zoom in a little more. But as you can see, you know, here's the shield for your armor, and then this is your health. Let's see if I can maneuver this. And considering this is the health one, it probably starts at whatever your health level is there. And then as you lose it, you move it down to the corresponding number. Same thing with your shield one. I'm gonna have to grind those down a little bit so that it'll drop down a little bit. But I also have to remove the flash edging because that sucks. But it's the same thing with that there. And so I'm sure that there's enough for each player, because I think there's a total of 4 of these for each. And I can't remember if this is kind of like Imperial Assault, where you have the Imperial player and not there. There might even be a solo option for it too, but there's a total of 4 player boards for that. So, and I'm only going to go over one of each of the ones, especially if there's multiples of them. So that way I'm not wasting like a bunch of time with like a bunch of different figures. But here's the doors, which are nice that they're 3D, and some other little tokens and stuff like that in there. So that's cool. I'm definitely going to have to put these together and clean them up and all that good stuff. Some more doors. So here are... It's a kind of drone. I don't remember the name of it, so it's not like I'm going to be able to say, like, yes, this is what this is. And luckily I paid the $15, except for there's some of them that where it looks like they've kind of nicked little areas. So I'll see what I can do with, like, putty and stuff and see if I can kind of smooth it out. But in a way, I am glad I did pay for the other sets that are still on sprues, so that if one's really too bad or I can't fix it, I can always find it on there and put it together myself and correct that. But, I mean, the detail's really nice on these. I mean, I don't know how well this is going to show up on camera. But, I mean, the detail is, like, really nice on this. Let's back that off just a little bit, see if the camera will focus a little better. Yeah, there we go. But I mean, that's actually really nice, and it's got a nice base to it. The thing I'm going to have to be careful is, because these are already like glued, especially with these clear pieces here for these things to fly, I'm going to have to coat it with like tape or something for when I prime each of these, so that I don't put paint on these here. I'll probably end up trying, I wish stores carried silly putty, because I'd use that for masking big time. And then these are the troopers. And they have them like a couple of different ways to give you a little bit of variation. And there's also numbers on them too, like that one has 10 on it. You know, and it would be interesting to see how other people do it, and myself and stuff. And I'm going to try to find like screenshots from the game with these characters, so that I can, you know, try to paint them like the game. And, you know, I want them to look like how they set the video game up on the later ones. And see, here's another one here, like this one's number 11, and he's holding his to the, you know, where the barrel end is that way, as opposed to this one, that the barrel end is that way. And same thing with this one. He's holding it that way. And he's holding that way. Yeah, there's like a lot of flash edging and stuff, and I mean, I'm glad I only paid $15, because if I would have paid more than that and quality of the job, I would be highly pissed off. So I want to say this could possibly be Mecha Hitler. We'll know when we're done, because I'll flip it over to the back of the box. But again, a lot of nice detail on this. This is going to be interesting to paint, and it really will. Like I said, I definitely have to remove all the flash edging and everything off of it. And these are one of their, like, pounds of, I can't remember the name of it. But like I said, not too shabby, really. I said the detail's really nice. Again, this will be interesting to paint. Yeah. There's two with the tail straight, and then the one with it curved around itself, like coming up here. But pretty much the same, other than the number indicator there. That takes care of this. And then here's some of your good guys right here. Now the detail on this is really good from me looking at it. On camera, apparently the blue doesn't pick up that well. Plus I don't have a lot of great lighting either. I mean, I just have what's over my head and what's smacking me in the face. But yeah, the quality of these miniatures are pretty good. Wish I could have gotten the He-Man and the Masters of the Universe game that they did, but apparently the licensing only allowed them to do Europe. So I went with Simons, which, I mean, Simons is going to be good, and that's going to be coming in at some point, I hope. But see, I like how they like put like a lot of nice wrinkles in this game, or in this figure's clothes. So and there's some of these have like a lot of glue on them, and I'm gonna have to clean them off. Like right here above my thumbnail. I know it's hard to see on the thing. If anybody wants me to do a video on me painting this, let me know. I mean, I might do one anyways, regardless, but I want to say, I don't think this is BJ Balkowitz. But it could be. Yeah, definitely got to clean a lot of glue and crap off. But it saved me a lot of time. There we go. All right. Now, this is actually Adolf Hitler on this one. See, these ones, there's like a lot of different ones. Now, I'm only going to do just the base game here. I'm not going to go through any of the other expansions, because I'm going to try to keep the time down. You notice I said try. Doesn't always work that way. Yeah, I think we already covered this one. Let's see. We already covered these. Here we go. Now, this reminds me of a bad horror movie. The guy gets... no, actually, it kind of reminds me of Dr. Octopus from the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man series. Because he's got the mechanical legs and everything attached to him with extra arms at the top that are got guns. So, yeah. Or at least one arm, because... Okay, yeah. One arm. So, almost like that. Not exact, but almost. Now, this almost reminds me of the Reverend in the Doom 2016 video game, because it's got like a freaky looking skull on it and everything. So, like I said, again, it'll be interesting to get pictures of these so I can try to paint them, try to make them look like it. I'll do the best I can. Here's another one in a different pose. Which is nice that they did that, because I know Imperial Assault, it's like, you know, hey, you got 3 stormtroopers all pointing the same way. And I'm just like, ugh. And there's that same one with his hand pointing the other way. So let's see. I have nothing behind my back except a gun. Yeah, I'm either going to go with the numbers here are either A, for the game when you play it, or B, when you are assembling it. One or the other, or maybe both. If you want to see me and my wife play it, you know, again, leave a comment down below. I'll definitely have to scrub these up before I go to paint them. Because you want to do that to remove any excess mold release stuff that they put on these whenever they manufacture them. I want to say that's a heart in his hand. Yeah, because that looks like a helmet there, so... Nice. Are these guys like this? I mean, I hope this comes up good on the video. See, this is what I'm saying by the way it was put together. Oop, too far. And there we go. See that crack right there? I'm going to have to patch it with all kinds of stuff to... So it's solid, so it looks like it's a solid piece instead of multiple. And then there's another one. Not too many left on this. I think these are mostly the same stuff that we saw before. Yeah, that's what it looks like. It's all the same stuff. So those are the figures. Like I said, the quality is really nice. I actually like what they did. And everything. And it's going to be very exciting to play. Hopefully, I can eventually find people that want to play and everything. Because right now, the people that used to play don't come around anymore. I'm blaming on multiple things, COVID being one of them. So I do want to surprise you guys because I am going to open up something else from the Kickstarter after we flip the box over. Let's switch back over. Okay. No, too far. Whoop. Yeah. This is BJ Balkowitz right here. At least I think I'm pronouncing the name correctly. Right there. So that's pretty much what everything looks like. And it shows you the game, shows you everything with like the plastic stuff there, you know, the plastic doors and everything, and the cardboard tiles. But because I went full bore with this, I went full hog out, you know. I'm getting everything for this. We are going to be opening the 3D terrain kit. And this should be some of the other stuff for it, like the... Instead of using the cardboard tiles, these are the plastic tiles with locking pieces. Because I know I'm going to be 3D printing for one of our games. I think it's Forbidden Island, there's these interlocking tiles to put the cardboard tiles in so that they stay put and don't move and everything. And all I need to do is pretty much just print one, take it off, harden it. I can make a silicone mold of it and then just mass produce it out of like regular casting resin, which is definitely something I'm going to do. So here is the 3D terrain kit. It has propaganda wall, barrier wall, comfy wall, secret archive wall. Don't know if I'm pronouncing this correctly. I could be wrong. Regime wall, R-E-G-I-M-E. I don't always pronounce words correctly. Short propaganda wall, short regime wall, soldat pavement, commander's carpet, officer's carpet, floor with marking, and then the clips to attach everything, like the different tiles, so that when everything is, together, it doesn't move around. And this should be enough, as it says, set of 73 parts for a full replacement for the cardboard tiles, which is great. I will still keep the cardboard tiles with the game when I store it and everything, just so that in case one of these breaks, or maybe if I want to try to maybe extend it, make it a little longer, I could try it. Probably won't work out as good. I may even do silicone castings of these, maybe, and make extras, maybe. I don't know. Haven't decided yet. But let's open this up. Take a look. So here are all the clips that hold everything together. Looks like one's missing. It's probably fallen down in the box, I want to say. Maybe. No. Because that piece is missing. Who knows? I might find it. Because you would think. Now, I'm not sure which walls are what or anything. So here's these walls with their corresponding connectors. These are all the same. I'm going to assume these are the floors. Huh, I don't have to worry. There's like a shit ton of these. Unless I'm missing one, and then obviously I'll have to count them. But there's like a bunch of different clips to hold everything in. More of the floors. More of the walls. Yeah, pretty much a lot of the, oh, there's paperwork here at the bottom. I like when there's paperwork at the bottom. There. Okay. Yeah, it just shows you like how to attach them. The large ones here, you got to use these to connect. So yeah. I mean, it looks pretty cool. Yeah, looks really cool. It's going to be very fun to play this game. All right. Now I want to say that the BJ Balkowitz figure is a Kickstarter exclusive that I do not think comes with the game if you buy it at a game store. And I'm not sure if you go to Archon Studios webpage, if you can still order the Kickstarter. You can definitely try. I make no guarantees at all. Just because I've been wrong on many of occasions for things. And I don't want to get people's hopes up saying, yes, you can buy it. And then when you try to buy it, you come back and go, yeah, I tried, and no, I can't. And I'd be like, no, sorry, that kind of stuff happens. So, I mean, the artwork on this box is nice. That's what, like I said, it's a shame. I mean, I plan on doing, getting a KR multi-case to store all this, because I seriously doubt if they're going to come up with any further expansions. So more than likely, this is it, and that's it. And I know I got to get a bigger one for my The Walking Dead All Out War from Manic, because I got all the last stuff, and that stuff's laying around here somewhere, right there. But let's see. Ow. Okay. Yeah, I forgot to... I think he's in the All-Stars. Hans Gross. He was a Kickstarter exclusive, and I know he came with... I want to say it was the All-Stars expansion. But I also paid, I think it was like $10 or $15, whatever it was, to get him. So I actually have an extra one. Because again, you know, depending upon how all these things were put together, I may have to put it together myself and stuff like that. I also got the Dice Tower. A little bit, which will be awesome. I hope that it's decent. Now, if you want to see the other two boxes and stuff, again, leave a comment below if you want that and want to see that, and I'll do a video on those. And here's the Dice Tower assembly manual. I thought this was going to actually be bigger. Yeah, and I'm going to have to figure out like what color I want to paint this thing. I mean, I could always go for like this gray castle look on the box. Yeah, I could have swore this was going to be bigger. I actually thought it was going to be bigger. But yeah. So, that is it And if you like what I do, please like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, select all, share this with anybody that you think that would benefit from any of my videos. And as I always like to say at the very end of these, have a good day, guys, and take care.